السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ.
ماشاء اللہ. جو سیٹڈ. اچھا جی, تلاوت طلح احمد ملک.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. پیارے آقا.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. یسبح للہ ما فی السماوات وما فی الارض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء واللہ ذو فضل العظیم.
جزاکم اللہ. السلام
جزاک
علیکم.
اللہ. ہاں جی, ٹرانسلیشن جاہم تھاوس. یس.
السلام علیکم.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ.
I will be reading the translation of the Holy Quran. It's recited Surah Al-Jummah. I seek refuge with Allah from the accursed Satan. In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth glorifies Allah, the Sovereign, the Holy, the Mighty, the Wise. He it is who has raised among the unlettered people a messenger, from among themselves who recites unto them his signs, and purifies them, and teaches them the book and wisdom, although they had been before in manifest misguidance. And among others, from among them who have not yet joined them, He is the Mighty, the Wise. This is Allah's grace. He bestows it on whom He pleases. And Allah is the Master of immense grace. Jazakum Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
وعلیکم السلام. اچھا جی, ترانہ خدام گروپ.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ.
خلافت نعمت عظمیٰ, خلافت قدرت ثانی, خلافت رشد کا ذریعہ, خلافت فیض ربانی, خلافت نعمت عظمیٰ, خلافت قدرت ثانی, خلافت رشد کا ذریعہ, خلافت فیض ربانی. خلافت ظلمتوں میں ہے نوید صبح نورانی, خلافت خلق کی خاطر خدا کا فضل ہے بھاری, خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری.
خلافت عصر حاضر کی ہر ایک الجھن کا حل بھی ہے.
خلافت سے ہی وابستہ ہمارا آج و کل بھی ہے. خلافت عصر حاضر کی ہر ایک الجھن کا حل بھی ہے. خلافت سے ہی وابستہ ہمارا آج و کل بھی ہے.
خلافت کے قدم پر ہو ہمارا جو عمل بھی ہے.
خلافت کی اطاعت سے ہی ممکن ہے جہاں داری. خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری.
خلافت کے سپاہی ہیں ہماری ہے یہی پہچان.
خلافت پر ہماری جان و مال و آبرو قربان. خلافت کے سپاہی ہیں ہماری ہے یہی پہچان. خلافت پر ہماری جان و مال و آبرو قربان.
خلافت سے نبھائیں گے جو باندھا ہم نے ہے پیمان.
خلافت کی قیادت میں ہے منزل تک سفر جاری.
خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی جاری.
خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری خلافت کے ہی سائے میں بسر ہو زندگی ساری.
جزاک اللہ. ٹرانسلیشن جائیدان کوسمین.
Yes.
اچھا
I will
اچھا
be presenting the Tirana translation.
اچھا ماشاء اللہ.
Khalifat is a great blessing and is the second manifestation of the divine power. Khalifat is a source of guidance for us. Khalifat is a bounty from God. Khalifat is a glad tiding of a bright dawn during the time of darkness. Khalifat is an enormous grace from God for the mankind. May we spend all our lives under the shadow of Khalifat. Khalifat is the solution to all the contemporary issues. Our present and our future is associated with Khalifat. May our every step follow the footsteps of Khalifat. We can only become the rulers of the world by being obedient to Khalifat. We are the troops of Khalifat. That's our distinction. We will sacrifice our life, wealth, and honor for the sake of Khalifat. We will fulfill our pledge of allegiance to Khalifat. We are marching towards the destination under the leadership of Khalifat. Jazakallah.
جزاک اللہ. The right word is خلافت, not خلیفت. خلافت.
Sorry about that.
السلام علیکم. Anyway, it's difficult for you to pronounce. اچھا, now introduction. So MTA تعلیم ایپ.
Assalamu alaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Al-Islam.
The Taaleem and Tarbiyat departments of Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya USA have developed the MK Strive mobile application. We would request beloved Huzoor to please announce and launch the application by pressing the icon on the mobile application.
Acha, so now I'm going to press the icon.
Jazakallah.
Has it opened?
So,
Is it open now?
Ji Huzoor.
No.
So to demo-
now that it is open.
Jazakallah.
Without seeing it, you were saying Ji Huzoor.
I'm just following what Odisab told me would happen.
Okay, now it is open.
Jazakallah. So to demo the application includes an interactive syllabus for Khuddam that guides a Khadim from basic religious knowledge onto advanced knowledge as well. It includes excerpts from Jamaat literature, for example, 10 proofs for the existence of God, and it will show the book and allow the user to read it, and then followed by multiple choice questions that the user can go through to learn about what they read. It also includes question and answer sessions from Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis, Sayyidullah Ta'ala, and Khalifa Rabi Rahmullah alayh. The user can benefit from the knowledge from there as well. Another feature of the app includes salat times and allows the user to select when they have prayed a certain prayer and whether they prayed it in congregation or at home alone or with their family. And then we allow the user to follow that data so that they can constantly improve, inshallah. And then finally, there's also the sermons of Khalifatul Masih. The user can listen to and watch the sermons and then mark when they have completed them. And we'll also include quizzes so that we can gain how much the user has actually learned from Huzoor's khutbahs. Future developments for the app, inshallah, will include further developing the Khuddam syllabus, adding a dedicated syllabus for Atfalul Ahmadiyya and non-mubayyin. And we just request Huzoor's prayers and guidance for the success of this application, inshallah. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah. Allah Ta'ala make it a source of blessing and knowledge and everything for Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, United States.
Ameen. Jazakallah.
Acha. Now there is no COVID restriction in practice nowadays.
Ji, Huzoor, there's no longer a mask mandate, and there's no social distancing. However,
only masks, or masks is also not very compulsory.
So in this county and most counties across the country, it's no longer required. However, the Jamaat is still recommending it, so we're still wearing it here today.
Or you are still having some COVID cases. Huh? Number of cases increasing there in the United States as well, I think.
Gee, it was coming down quite a bit, but now the numbers are coming back up a little bit.
It has started increasing, so okay. So it is better that we should try to follow the protocol with regards to COVID pandemic, huh? So at least you should cover your faces with the mask, right? Right. Okay. Anyway, you should take precautionary measures. That is more sane. Wise, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what do you say?
Huzoor, we have 245 Khuddam here with us today. We request if we can ask Huzoor questions, please.
Acha, mashallah. Anyway, 245 cannot ask questions, but anyway, you can just start.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Pyare Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
My question is, how was beloved Huzoor able to achieve certainty in the existence of God? Did a specific event occur that solidified your belief in God?
Acha, very difficult question. You see, as I have told in one of my answers in Your Thorough Ahmadiyya, I was brought up in such an atmosphere where environment was such that I never felt that God does not exist. So even my personal experience is that from the very childhood, I knew that for all my requirements and desires, or to get anything, I'll have to bow before Allah Ta'ala and ask Him to give me these things, beseech His help. And when I was grown up at the age of 14, 15, then I experienced myself. There were some occasions when if Allah Ta'ala had not helped me, I would not have succeeded even in my secondary school examination. That strengthened my faith. And even after that, there were so many occasions when I was going to get my master's degree. Then at that time also, I was very much anxious and I was not feeling comfortable. So at that time, Allah Ta'ala comforted me by showing me one of the revelation of the Prophet Messiah ﷺ, and that satisfied me. And it proved to be the right dream which I saw. So it again strengthened my faith. So there were so many occasions I've experienced from the childhood to today that Allah Ta'ala is showing His signs. Right? Okay.
Jazakallah Huzoor. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry for the first introduction.
It's okay. You are very much desperate to ask the question.
My name is Azir Worsham, and I am from Philadelphia.
MashaAllah.
I have recently converted to Islam, Ahmadiyya, and I'm very passionate on serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Islam. May I ask for your advice to fulfill that?
You see, the first thing is that Allah Ta'ala says that I have created the human being for His worship. Since you have accepted Ahmadiyyat, you should try to offer your 5 daily prayers. Yes. And in your prayers, you pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala guides you, always keep you steadfast and strengthen your faith. Right? So if you are fervently praying in this way, that will help you to increase you in your faith. Secondly, you should try to learn how to read Holy Quran in Arabic text. Start learning it. During that time, you can also read the translation of it and find out from the Holy Quran what are the commandments given to us for our betterment. What are the do's and don'ts given in the Holy Quran for us to practice and for us to avoid them and refrain from them. Right? So in this way, you will increase your knowledge, your faith, and your close relationship with Allah Ta'ala. And as the time goes on, you will, inshallah Ta'ala, feel that you are getting closer to Allah Ta'ala. And that will strengthen your faith, and you can do whatever you want to do with regards to your religion with regards to your spiritual betterment and whatever passions you have in your mind and heart. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Jazakallah. I really appreciate that because I needed that.
What is your previous religious background? Are you from Muslim family or?
No, as of right now, I'm the only Muslim in my household.
Okay. So you have Christian background.
Yes, my father is a Christian, so that's where faith started in my life early, to believe in God at least.
Okay. Allah Ta'ala bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू प्यारे हजूर
वालेकुम सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू उस्मान साहब.
Hazur, conditions in the US are worsening in terms of racial tensions, raging nationalism, and economic disparity. My question is, how can Ahmadi Muslim play a positive role in resolving these issues?
Yes, you are right. But not only in United States, in so many Western countries, the popularity of rights are increasing. The recent war between Russia and Ukraine, those people who are migrating from Ukraine to the European countries, there are quite a number of immigrants living in Ukraine. There were Asians, Africans, and some other nations. But when they reached European country or even to Poland, crossed the border, they were saying only we shall accept local Ukrainians, not the foreigners. That also shows that some racism is working there, right? And they were maltreated. So anyway, our Humanity First group is there, so they treated them well and then helped them. Anyway, so your question is that what role you can play to overcome this situation. You see, it needs justice, and absolute justice. So you tell your countrymen that they are not the native of this country, the present Americans. Red Indians were the natives of country. So they did not do justice with them, and they are not considered as first-class citizens of the country, although they claim, but practically their rights are being denied in so many ways, right? So you tell them that this can not work for a longer period. Secondly, these are the people who brought Africans to their country, either in the form of slaves or helpers or whatever it is. These are the people who played a vital role for developing the country. So they should be respected. They should be given due rights. And ask them that they should realize this fact. Otherwise, a time will come when there will be revolt. People will stand up against them. And then they themselves will ruin their country. So this is the time that they should change their mind, and instead of showing supremacy of their color and race, they should rather do justice. This is how we can tell the people that we are your real sympathizer. We want you to change your mindset and now live together amicably with all other races. Now America is a multinational country. There are South Americans, Eurasians, Asians, Africans, and white Americans. So now we should respect each other and live amicably in the country. Otherwise, we are going to doom our nation and our country. So this is the message we have to spread everywhere. And Ahmadis should play their role in this regard. Okay? Right. Assalamu alaikum.
My question is, growing up, what were some of the ways you were able to stay attached with Khilafat?
You see, I only knew that I have to obey whatever the Khalifa says. And I have to love him. And I prayed for it even. Whenever I would see that today, when I went to see my Khalifa, I feel some different attitude on his face for myself. Then I prayed to Allah Ta'ala that if I have done something wrong, Allah Ta'ala forgives me. And if he has any doubt in his mind, for me, Allah Ta'ala removes it. So that was the only way I prayed to Allah Ta'ala. Whenever I felt something, I always considered it as my fault, not that he has done something wrong. And I prayed to Allah Ta'ala, and Allah Ta'ala accepted my prayers. And always I saw that the next day or after some time, Allah Ta'ala created some occasions where I was given some extraordinary blessings from the Khalifa of that time. Right?
Ji.
So you should also pray. Seek.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum assalam, Raza Sahab.
Haji, Hazrat Ahmad. I'm from Muqami Majlis. My question is, what is the best way to offer tahajjud prayer, and how can we build a habit to offer tahajjud regularly? How does beloved Huzoor offer tahajjud?
You see, if you are determined that you have to offer tahajjud prayer and regularly, then before going to bed, you pray to Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala helps you and wake you up on time. Use 3-4 alarms on your iPhone or iPad, right? And I think that will help you to make you get up at that time, right? So it all depends on your determination, right? To do something good needs determination. Otherwise you cannot do, right? And you say, how do I do it? I also use the same method, right?
Haji, Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, pyare Huzoor.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Sahab.
Huzoor, I am from the Central Jersey Majlis, and my question is, what role does the Holy Quran play in the life of a student?
Holy Quran says, Fastabiqul khairat. Excel in your good deeds. Right? So you will have to find out what are the good deeds and what are the bad things. So Holy Quran says, you strive hard, you work hard, you try to excel in every field. Being a Muslim, you should be among the topmost people, right? So, when you keep in mind that you will have to increase your knowledge, you will have to excel yourself in your faith, you have to be determined in doing good things. That is the guidance given to us in the Holy Quran. Fastabiqul khairat means strive hard for gaining the good things. And you know what is good for a student. Well, first thing is what is good for a good Muslim? To worship Allah Ta'ala, to follow His commandments, become morally good, practice good things, and then to also increase in your field you are working in. If you are a student, you work hard. If you are doing some job, you be honest to your job. If you are an employee or businessman, you have to be honest, right? So this is the guideline given to us in the Holy Quran. Okay?
Jazakallah Hazur.
As a student, what is your desire? Don't you want to be among those people who excel in their studies?
That is true, Hazur.
That is what the Holy Quran says. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Are you Khuddam?
Yes.
15 years old?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Okay, mashallah. क्या कहते हो चौधरी साहब?
My name is Ali and I'm from Northern Virginia Majlis. My question, Huzoor, is what is the Islamic teaching for ridding oneself of addiction? Addiction could be social media, video games, and substance abuse.
Again, I would say determination. As I've already said, for any good thing you'll have to do, it requires determination and steadfastness. Once you achieve that goal, then you have to be steadfast. So, first thing is that if you know that these are the bad things, you have to hate them, loathe them. Then, be determined that you are not going to indulge yourself in these things. So, thirdly, pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala keeps you away from all these things, make you steadfast in it. Then avoid all those people, your fellow students or other, who are involved in these bad things. There are good students in your school and college and university. If you want to make friends, you try to make your friends from among those people who are good in their moral character. And if you see anything wrong in them, after having had known them, then you just leave them till the time they reform themselves or they involve themselves in doing some other things. So as far as you see, it all depends on your company as well. Your company counts very much. If you have good friends, that will help you. And also, pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala helps you in this regard. Right? Yeah. So this is the only way. Otherwise, in this present day world, it's too hard to get rid of these things. Huh?
Yeah.
So it is only Allah who can help you and your determination and steadfastness. Okay? Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, pyare Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam, always Ishan.
My name is Ishan Ahmad and I'm from South Virginia Majlis. Beloved Huzoor, my question is that Hazrat Masih Maud has defined the word muttaqi as one who fears. My question is it more important to have the fear of Allah in your heart or the love of Allah, and are these two things independent of each other?
I think you only read one passage of the Prophet Muhammad, not any book. Huh?
Huzoor is actually from Al-Fuzat, so it was an excerpt.
So he has elaborated and explained these things in some other books and other speeches and addresses and his discourses. That what the muttaqi means. Fear of Allah, but not because of his being cruel to the human being. But you should fear Allah because you love Him. You have a fear that if you do something wrong, he will not be happy with you. So to make him happy, you always do good things. Out of love, you fear him. As you fear your parents or any loved one, not because of their cruel actions. They love you. Who loves you in this world more than your mother? Right? But you fear her. You cannot do something wrong in front of her. Right? The same way, you should fear Allah Ta'ala. He is most loving, caring. And if you fear him and you love him, then you would see that how he treats you and how you will be saved from bad things. So your fear should be out of love of Allah Ta'ala, not because of his being cruel to the human beings. Okay? No contradiction. And read more passages and excerpts or the books of Prophet Islam. Even in the essence of Islam, you can read some more passages. Right? ठीक है? ठीक है. Assalamu alaikum.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू प्यारे हुजूर।
वालेकुम सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू मुसव्वर साहब।
मेरा नाम अहमद मुसव्वर है and I am from Queen's Majlis and my question is what advice would beloved Huzoor give to become a good husband and a parent?
MashaAllah, are you married?
No, I'm not.
So you are preparing yourself for that. Huh? Acha, MashaAllah. How old are you?
23.
23? That's quite ripe time for marriage. Huh? Right? Acha, Allah Ta'ala give you a good match. Huh? Good wife. But you yourself have to be very much humble and nice in this regard. You see, don't think that in this world any person is perfect. If husband and wife know everyone has some shortcomings in them, then they should give margin to each other. And instead of getting annoyed or start quarreling or fighting with each other because of their shortcomings, you always see the good things in them. So instead of finding the bad things or shortcomings in each other, we should try to find good things in each other. So that is the only way you can be a good husband. And for your children, you have to be very kind. You have to be morally good. You have to set your own example before them. If you set your own example first before your wife and then your children, then you will see that they will follow you. If you are saying something different and asking them to do something different, so they will say, my father is, or my husband is hypocrite. He is doing something different and asking us to do something different. So your words and your actions should be the same. Right? That will help you to make a good family life. And train your children and do proper tribute of your children. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, प्यारे हुजूर।
वालेकुम सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। कमाल साहब कमाल कर दिया।
Huzoor, I'm from Harrisburg Majlis. There are often subtle influences of shirk in everyday life. For example, in schools and in casual conversations, we hear people talking about Hazrat Isa alayhi salam in a manner that is considered shirk. My question is, how can we protect ourselves from this type of unconscious influence of shirk?
You see, if somebody believes that Hazrat Isa or Jesus Christ is the Son of God, then he has the right to believe whatever he likes. But you can just tell him that what your belief is. if you are saying yes, 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 what are you saying is right, or when the Bible is being read in school and you say yes, yes, Jesus is the Son of God, then is a shirk. You can just keep quiet at that time, right? And when you are sitting with your friends, then you tell them that this is your belief, this is my belief. We consider him as the prophet of God. And so you can tell your opinion with regards, according to your religion, right? So this is the only way. Otherwise, you cannot just fight them or tell them you are doing wrong or this and that. No need to create an atmosphere of tension and fighting and quarrel or something like that, right?
Hanji.
So it is not a subtle shirk. If you are, how can they influence you? Conversation, casual conversation. We hear people say, if somebody is saying that he is son of God, then what does it matter? How does it affect you? There are quite a number of people who has telling me Jesus is the Son of God. Then what does it matter? So we have our own belief. We are firm in our belief. Then, if you are firm, then he is a very close friend of you, then you can tell that no, this is my opinion, and this is more logical. And if you think that by confronting him, you saw some, tension or there's some can be created at that time, then avoid that place. Okay? Right. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Pyare Huzoor.
Wa alaikum assalam, Veer Alam. Your father is Khabir Alam?
No, my father is Nasir Alam.
Nasir Alam, acha, mashallah.
I'm from the North Jersey Majlis, and I'm also a member. I am also a part of the Blessed Scheme of Waqf now.
Acha, mashallah. What do you want to do in future?
Right now, I'm a student, but in the future, I plan.
I know you are a student, but what do you want to do in future? This is what I ask.
I plan on going into the medical industry.
Medical student. Acha, mashallah. And after that, do you intend to do waqf or just keep the title of waqf now?
That's a decision for the future. I haven't decided yet.
You have not decided. You have to decide that being a waqf now, what are your duties and what should you do in future, right? As a waqf now. Okay, now tell me, what is your question?
My question is that at times I find that it can be quite hard for me to control my anger and temper, and that can lead to me doing actions that I regret later on. Pyare Huzoor, what is the best way to control my anger and not lash out in rage?
I hope my words did not make you angry.
I'm saying in general.
So, if my words did not make you angry, then the same attitude you should use everywhere. You see, I asked you some questions, and I did not know that how will you react with regards to this, and I don't know much about your attitude towards these things. Even then you did not show any anger, right? So the same attitude you should try to adopt everywhere, right? So, but anyway, to avoid anger you should do istighfar, more istighfar. Now you're 16 years old?
I'm 15.
15, acha. So you do istighfar And you should know the meaning of istighfar, not the only astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. As politicians or so-called clerics or mullahs use it. So you should know, astaghfirullah rabbi min kulli dhanbin wa atubu ilayh. Oh Allah, forgives me from all my sins and save me from any thing bad that come before me in my future life. Right? So you should know the meaning. So sometimes some people say, there was a politician in Pakistan, so who would always use tasbih in his hand, and just moving it. And somebody asked that you just moved the bits very, with such a speed that nobody can say any dua on it. What do you say? What do you read? That the politician said that I always say, I read Ayatul Kursi. So the person asked, how can you read Ayatul Kursi in such a fast manner? So quickly. The reply was that I just say kursi, kursi, kursi. Kursi means chair. So the politicians want chair. So you should not do istighfar, only astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, but you should know the meaning of it. Right? That will also make you happy. ठीक है, अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
Sadr Sahab, only one more question. चलो ये आ गया तो इसलिए क्वेश्चन करने दो इसको.
जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे हुजूर.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम राशिद साहब.
Ji, I am from Richmond Majlis. My question is that with the worsening situation between Russia and Ukraine, how can we spread the guidance of Khalifatul Masih to our elected officials?
So, you didn't know it. You see, my statement was issued at the very beginning. So you should spread that message to your politicians, to your leaders, and tell them that avoid this war. Otherwise, there's going to be a very big havoc. The world is going to will face something which will take years to redevelop it. You come back to the present position. And not only that, I've already written in that statement, but our future generations will also suffer. If the world war erupts, then they will definitely use, if not nuclear weapons, at least chemical weapons. And that will also leave very bad effect on our future generation. So, not only on us, but our future generation as well. Right? So, tell them, the message is already there, my statement is there, so you can spread that message. Okay?
Ji, Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Achha, Sadr Sahab, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Jazakumullah, Huzoor.
So they are all sitting in one hall?
Ji, Huzoor, we're all sitting in one hall, ji.
Achha, mashallah. Okay, thank you very much. I enjoyed the company of Americans during last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, huh? Now this is the third week, huh?
Ji, Jazakumullah, Huzoor, for your time. Please pray that we can fulfill the wishes and desires of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.